I thought our movement was better. We got some open lanes to get to the basket against their man, and when we went zone, we still kept moving. We had good movement. We didn't shoot it well from the three-point line, but I thought our defense overall was much better, more active than it's been. But these games are always difficult. You're in a game you're supposed to win. It's not that easy. And I thought today we played a really solid basketball game. And when we play that way, our ball movement was just better. It's been good the last couple games, and our offense is getting a little better. I thought Pascal was really important. We found him down low, and he finished a couple around the basket. That's something we haven't been getting. So even though we didn't shoot it well from the perimeter, I thought that was that was very something we haven't had in there. But again, it's a good win. We're happy to get it.
Coach, Wake had 9 seconds. They made a concentrated effort in the second part of the first half on the board.
Yeah, they did. We're not a good rebounding team. We haven't rebounded it well. But we've been decent. I mean, we're usually a couple rebounds down, and that's the way this ended up. But, they were good on the boards. A couple times when we did get it, we got some fast break opportunities. But they went to the boards. They did a good job there.
Jim, were you encouraged by Elijah's drive to the basket?
Well, when we move the ball and it gets spacing, that's when he can go, and he recognized that. Later in the game, he tried to go when it wasn't there. He's still learning when to go and when not. It's his first year playing with us. He didn't play last year. He's learning. But I thought he was really good early today, and Tyus was really good the whole game. So, those two guys were really solid out there.
Jim, you mentioned the game you're supposed to win. Was that part of your message to the team coming in?
No, we don't talk about that. We just talk about getting ready and play the game. Try to play the game. Just focus on this game. And this team's been good. Our teams have usually been good at just trying to focus on the game. I think this year, obviously, we're supposed to win the game, but we played well, and that's what's important. In the league, when we're not as good as we certainly would like to be, but in the league, we've gone on the road to places where we have struggled in the past. We've lost games here. We lost at Boston College before. We lost at Pittsburgh before. We went to those places and did what we needed to do. There's a lot of teams that have gone to Boston College or Pittsburgh and lost. So I think that's really key with what we've done this year. Make sure we win those games. It's not that easy to win. I think this is our 5th road win in the league. It's not that easy to win on the road, no matter where you're playing or who you're playing. And we had a really good win early in the year at Ohio State. So, 6 road wins, usually you're in a better position than what we might be in right now. But this team's played well on the road, and we shot well on the road all year. But, you have to win these games, and today was a really good positive game for us.
Jim, Wake cut it to 5 early.
Yeah, our defense stopped them. We got a couple good stops, and then we did a really good job of getting to the basket and making plays. We made some really good plays there, and broke the game open. Because we had a 14-point lead, and it gets down to 5. You're on the road. You never know what's going to happen in those games. But our defense really was pretty good. I mean, they made a couple challenge threes from bad shooters. They made a couple really hard threes from bad shooters, but we didn't defend the foul line early, and then we did a better job of guarding the foul line after the game. And part of that was Pascal. I thought he was good defensively, which he hasn't been.
We've spoken about Greensboro. It's coming to North Carolina and Charlotte.
Right.
First time in 4 years. What do you think about Charlotte?
This should be a great site. Nice city, it should be good. I've never had any problem from my point of view where I want to play. It doesn't matter. absolutely. In fact, Greensboro is better in some ways than New York for me, for the players, because it's harder to get around. It's easy to get around, it's easy to get to the game. I just think from when I made the original statements, just for recognition and for fans, like our fan base, maybe not true everywhere, but our fan base likes to go to New York City. They like to be there in the tournament. See, but as far as where you play, I don't go out. I just go to the games, and when the game's over, I go back to the hotel. And I thought Greensboro was really one of my favorite places. The hotel was great. The people where we stayed were great. And, I had dinner, by the way, at a really good Italian restaurant last night in Winston-Salem. And, all the things I said in the beginning, three-quarters of it was joking around. They invited me to speak at Greensboro this year in the spring. I hope they're not booing me there, but they might. I'm not that good a speaker, so they might be booing me anyway. But everything I say is based on, have said about tournaments. I just think it's better when you go to a big city. My friend Roy said, well, the tournament at Augusta is pretty good. That's a small city. I said, well, yeah, that's the only tournament in the country going on at the time. In basketball, in college basketball, there's 22 tournaments going on at the same time. So it's just from a perspective of the best case scenario for the league and for the team. And I think the league has listened, because I think they moved to cities. I think Charlotte's great. I think Atlanta was good. I think Washington was good. Barclays fine. I mean, those places are all good. We haven't done very well in any of them, so it doesn't really matter. But we're happy to, wherever it is, we're happy with it. It's not a problem at all.
How was Pascal able to take advantage of Sarr?
They left him a little bit, but Sarr is really a good offensive player. That's where he hurts you, and he's a real factor in the game. But they started out and made those 3 or 4 jump shots right where he would be. Maybe if he was there, we'd have paid a little more attention to it, but we didn't. He got a couple good alley-oops, and he got he made a couple good plays down there, which he just hasn't been doing. So that was very good sign. Is that it? Okay, thank you.